Hi everyone, I'm Datavik and welcome to my channel. In this video we're traveling to Vancouver Island and then to Seattle. We'll be spending 4 days on Vancouver Island followed by another 4 days in Seattle. Stay tuned, we have a jam-packed agenda and we're doing things a little differently this time. We'll be flying in, taking a ferry to Vancouver Island, then another ferry from the island to Seattle, a train back to Vancouver, and finally flying home to Toronto. I'm super excited and looking forward to sharing this experience with you. Let's go! This trip was different in so many ways, not just because of where we went, but because of how we chose to travel. Planes, trains, ferries. We wanted to experience as much as possible, not just the destinations, but the journeys themselves. We began by flying from Toronto to Vancouver. It wasn't my first time there, but honestly, I never get tired of that city. There's just something about it. The mountains on one side, the ocean on the other. But this time, we wanted something different, to explore Vancouver Island. After renting a car, we drove to Horseshoe Bay and boarded a BC Ferries vessel bound for Nanaimo. The ship itself was massive, and it was fascinating to be able to drive right inside. For us, taking the car made the trip more convenient. The cost for an undersized vehicle like our standard SUV was about $85. Plus the passenger tickets were reasonably priced. I think the total amount we paid for this trip was $135 for our family of 4 and the car. As you can see, this is a pretty big ship. So we are on an upper deck. Of course, you can take the ferry without a vehicle, but having one gave us more freedom once we reached the island. So look at this, guys. If you come early, you actually have the best spot over here. So you don't even have to move from your car. Riding the ferry felt less like transportation and more like a mini sightseeing trip. For nearly 2 hours, we sailed across the Strait of Georgia. The scenery is absolutely beautiful. On board, there was a cafe to grab a bite, small shops to browse, and plenty of sitting areas, both inside and outside, to enjoy the ride. I really liked the vessel, though the whole trip felt a bit slower than I was expecting. But I didn't mind. It was the perfect chance to just relax and take in the scenery. As we drew closer to Vancouver Island, Nanaimo came into view. We stayed at the Courtyard by Marriott Nanaimo, right in the heart of downtown. It just steps from the waterfront, shops, restaurants, galleries, and the harbor walkway. A perfect base for exploring on foot. The hotel had everything we needed after a long travel day. A cozy bistro serving breakfast and dinner, an indoor pool, and a fitness center. What a day! We finally made it. I'm so tired, kids are tired, so I guess we're just gonna take some time to relax, eat something. Hey guys, it's day 2. We had a good sleep and now we're heading to the Nanaimo harborfront for a nice walk. Let's go. Nanaimo, often called the harbor city. It's nestled on the eastern coast of Vancouver Island, offering a unique blend of urban charm and natural beauty. The waterfront is definitely the heart of the city. The harbor walkway stretches for a few kilometers, lined with shops, cafes, and cultural spots. It's the perfect place to just wander, enjoy the views, and take in the mountains in the distance. Check this out. Float planes take off right from the water, flying to Vancouver, Victoria, and the Gulf Islands. Such a cool way to travel.
Big enough.
Big enough for what?
To eat.
To eat?
See, that's a female. See, it looks like a beehive. Okay? The male is just like this. It's way smaller. Looks like a lighthouse.
One of Nanaimo's most iconic features is its rich history. The city has deep roots in indigenous heritage. But life here isn't without its challenges. Nanaimo has struggled with rising housing costs, limited rental availability, and the visible increase in homelessness in certain areas. Jobs are concentrated in healthcare, retail, education, trades, and some tech sectors, but wages and cost of living can be tight for many residents. The city is smaller and quieter than Vancouver or Victoria, giving it a slower pace, but one that many find refreshing. The mix of beauty and real-world challenges makes Nanaimo feel authentic, a city where life is simple, yet not without complexity. After enjoying the lively waterfront, we decided to dive into some local history and checked out the Nanaimo Museum. The museum takes you through everything, from indigenous roots to the city's coal mining past and its cultural heritage. Walking through exhibits really gave us a sense of how Nanaimo has grown and changed over the years. After exploring the Nanaimo Museum, we walked over to the Vancouver Island Military Museum, which is conveniently within walking distance. The moment we stepped inside, we were greeted with so much warmth. Staffed by a dedicated group of veteran volunteers, the museum houses an incredible collection of military artifacts and memorabilia. It's also home to Veterans Wall of Honor, recognizing the service of Canadian and Allied veterans. What made our visit even more enjoyable was meeting Ron Sayer, who gave my kids and me a full tour.
My name's Ron Sayer. I'm a volunteer at the Vancouver Island Military Museum. I work here every Tuesday for about 4 hours and I love the job. And I've been with the museum for about 3 years now. This is just a diorama about the various weapons to showing people the sort of equipment being used. This is the white stripes were put on during D-Day to let them know it was friend, not enemy.
I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the entire staff for not only allowing us to film, but also for their extremely gentle and welcoming nature, and the time they spend walking us through the museum. I highly recommend visiting this museum if you are in Nanaimo.
Oh geez, that's wow.
The next day brought the experience we had been truly anticipating. I had never experienced anything like it before, and it completely amazed me. It left such a mark on me, definitely one of the most memorable experiences I have ever had while traveling. Hey guys, we are at the Malahat SkyWalk, one of Vancouver Island's coolest attractions. It's a walk through the trees that leads up to this amazing spiral tower with 360-degree views and even a giant slide down. So let's go check it out. Standing 250 meters above sea level, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to reach the tower. The tower rises about 40 meters with a gradual ramp instead of stairs. It's a stunning blend of engineering and nature, an architectural feat and cultural collaboration built thoughtfully with respect for the land and its stories. The higher we climbed, the more expansive the views became, and the surrounding forests felt even more breathtaking. At the top, the view stretched endlessly. I was just blown away.
Tired of waiting, it'd be wasted time to save this. Is it surround I wanna walk
On the way down, you can choose the spiral slide for a fun descent. My family, of course, went for it. While I took the ramp, descending slowly and taking in the views one more time. So coming down from the skywalk, what really stays with me is how peaceful it feels up there. The panoramic views of the ocean and the islands are just stunning. But it's also the sense of connection with nature that makes this experience so unique. I would highly recommend visiting the Malahat SkyWalk for the breathtaking scenery and truly unforgettable experience. We had such a great time in Nanaimo. What a lovely city. Now we're heading down to Victoria, perhaps the biggest city here on Vancouver Island, to catch the Victoria Clipper ferry to Seattle. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive, and then the ferry takes just under 3 hours across. I'm really looking forward to the second part of our trip in Seattle, Washington. After leaving Nanaimo, we drove south toward Victoria, enjoying the roads along Vancouver Island. The drive was beautiful, with coastal views, lush forests, and charming towns along the way. When we arrived in Victoria, the city immediately caught my attention. The center felt busy and bustling, full of tourists exploring the historic streets, waterfront, and shops. We decided to make a quick stop at Victoria's Chinatown, considered the oldest Chinatown in Canada, dating back to 1858. This vibrant district is filled with colorful buildings, unique shops, and a rich cultural heritage. It was the perfect spot to stretch our legs before continuing on to the ferry to Seattle. After a quick break, it was time to head to Seattle. We boarded the Victoria Clipper, a high-speed ferry that sails directly from downtown Victoria to downtown Seattle. The ride takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes. The standard panorama fare costs around $137, with spacious leather seats and tables. The premium class window seats are $152 and offer even more spacious seating with panoramic views. There is an onboard cafe serving locally sourced food, drinks, and spirits, as well as an open deck where you can step outside to enjoy the fresh air and take in the stunning scenery up close. After arriving in Seattle, we checked into the Residence Inn by Marriott Seattle downtown. It's in great location, slightly outside the busiest part of the city, but still convenient for exploring. The hotel offered family-friendly rooms with a kitchen and balcony, giving us plenty of space to relax. It may not have been the newest property, but it was a solid choice, and breakfast was included, which made our mornings easy and stress-free. The next morning, we were ready to explore more of the city. That's when I was immediately amazed by Seattle's steep streets. So different from Toronto. Walking and driving through the hills gave the city a unique rhythm and perspective. The mix of greenery, historic buildings, and bustling streets made it feel energetic yet charming. Seattle is known for its iconic landmarks, coffee culture, and tech-driven energy. But it also faces real challenges. Just like Toronto, housing costs are high. Seattle's cost of living is roughly 30% higher than Toronto's. Homelessness is visible in several areas. Yet despite these issues, the city has a strong sense of community, with resilient and welcoming locals. All of this only added to Seattle's charm. I truly loved exploring it and felt inspired by the energy and character that makes this city so special. We're at the Seattle waterfront, and behind me is the Great Wheel. It's huge. They say the views from the top are incredible. So let's go check it out. Standing 175 feet tall, this Ferris wheel offers breathtaking views of Elliott Bay, the city skyline, and the surrounding mountains. It was a fun, relaxing way to get a bird's eye view of Seattle and take in the beauty of the city from above. From there, we started walking to some of Seattle's most famous spots, all within easy walking distance. First up was Gum Wall. It's a quirky, colorful alley completely covered in thousands of pieces chewed gum, left by visitors over the years. Of course, I had to add my piece of history right here. The sheer scale of it is incredible, and the mix of colors and textures make it feel like an ever-changing living piece of art. It's definitely one of those offbeat attractions that's both gross and fascinating at the same time. After taking in the gum wall, we continued just a short walk and a climb up the stairs to the famous PikePlaceMarket. This busy market is a feast for the senses, with fresh seafood, local produce handmade crafts, and a colorful atmosphere. It's one of those places where you could easily spend hours just wandering and soaking it all in.
How much are these ones?
So they're all by size. The medium size are 78, the small ones are 48, and the very big.
Are 72.
Okay, now we're heading underground in Pioneer Square. Can you believe there is a whole hidden city beneath Seattle? I'm so curious to see what it looks like down there. Let's go check it out.
It's Seattle and the sun is shining. And you want to go into some dank, musty, rat-infested catacombs? You're my kind of people.
One of Seattle's most unique attractions, the Underground Tour. This guided walk takes you beneath the streets along subterranean pathways, exploring ruins that were buried after the great 1889 fire.
It's a beautiful day to be out on the water. Come on down here.
We wandered through old storefronts and sidewalks, getting a fascinating glimpse into the city's hidden past. It was incredible to imagine how Seattle once looked at street level. The tour was led by a fantastic guide. He perfectly balanced humor with history.
Skylight number 2. This is 125 years worth of turning purple. A beautiful mistake. Like many things in Seattle. It just takes decades. There goes somebody. Woo! Let's yell for help on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Help! Again, 1, 2, 3. Help! They don't care.
Overall, it was both a love-filled and informative experience. After a long day of exploring, we headed back to our hotel and spent a quiet evening on the balcony. The next morning, we kicked off our day at one of Seattle's most iconic spots. the SpaceNeedle. This iconic landmark, built for the 1962 World's Fair, stands 184 meters tall and offers incredible views of the city and mountains. So let's go check it out. Before heading up, we checked out the entrance and I learned about its history. Built for the 1962 World's Fair, it was meant to show off Seattle's futuristic vision. The structure itself was an engineering marvel back then. Going up to the observation deck was amazing. The view stretched in every direction, waterfront, hills and mountains as far as you could see. One of the highlights was stepping onto the Loupe, world first revolving glass floor. Located 152 meters above Seattle, this 37-ton glass floor offers visitors a unique 360 degrees view of the city below. What I found a bit of overwhelming was how crowded it could get, with the constant flow of people making it tricky to fully enjoy the experience. Thankfully, there are some benches with tables inside where you can sit and relax. And the Loupe Lounge is perfect if you want to grab a drink and escape the tourist crowds for a bit. Right at the exit is a gift shop. And of course, I couldn't live without picking up a few souvenirs. So next we're heading to Chihuly Garden and Glass, just a short walk from the SpaceNeedle. This museum features the stunning glass art of Dale Chihuly, with massive, colorful sculptures that are absolutely breathtaking. So let's dive in. Get ready to be amazed, because I was completely blown away. The museum showcases the incredible glass art of Dale Chihuly. Walking through the galleries, I was mesmerized by the way light danced through the intricate sculptures, each one more vibrant and detailed than the last. The combinations of shapes, textures and colors are like anything I've ever seen. It really feels like stepping into another world. Honestly, I could have spent hours just taking it all in, snapping photos and marveling at the craftsmanship. If you love art, color, or just want something completely unique to Seattle, this museum is an absolute must-see. Next, we are checking out the Museum of Pop Culture, Seattle's MoPOP, from music legends to movies, video games, and sci-fi exhibits. This place is a must-see for pop culture fans. Let's go explore. The building itself is stunning, with its futuristic architecture and twisting metal exterior. This place is a total wonderland for anyone who loves music, movies, and pop culture. We explored exhibits covering everything from legendary musicians and iconic movie franchises to video games and science fiction. I loved seeing all the costumes, instruments, and memorabilia up close. It's amazing how much history and creativity is packed into this museum. I was genuinely amazed by how immersive and playful the museum is. It's definitely one of those spots where you lose track of time while soaking in the culture and creativity around you.
Keep it steady. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, just had my breakfast, and the plan for today is to head over to the Museum of Flight here in Seattle. For someone who's absolutely fascinated by planes and pilots, I had to go. I'm here at the Museum of Flight in Seattle, and I'm about to head inside. I've heard this place is incredible. From historic planes to space exhibits, so I can't wait to check it out. From historic aircraft to space exhibits, it's a paradise for anyone interested in aviation and space exploration. One of the highlights for me was seeing actual aircraft suspended above and being able to walk around them. It really gives you a sense of their scale and engineering brilliance. It was also a special moment seeing Mikoyan's aircraft. As an Armenian, seeing the work of Artem Ivanovich Mikoyan up close felt truly meaningful and inspiring. One of the coolest corners of the Museum of Flight is the flight simulator. It actually lets you do a 360-degree turn like a real jet. Of course, I had to try it. Oh boy, we all seen fighter jets spinning and twisting in the air, right? Well, I'm definitely not brave enough for full 360s. I tried my absolute best to keep my jet as straight as possible. Massive respect to all the pilots, especially fighter jet pilots, who can pull off these insane stunts, something I could never do. There's also a space exhibit with rockets and interactive displays. They make it fun for both adults and kids. Walking through the hangars, you get up close to the planes from different eras, including vintage fighters, commercial jets, and even spacecraft.
This is the actual first one. Right?
The museum does an amazing job of blending history, technology, and hands-on learning. I felt completely immersed, and honestly, I could have spent hours exploring every corner. There is so much packed into this massive museum that no matter how long you spend, it still won't be enough time to see everything. I highly recommend this place. After an incredible few days exploring Seattle, from the SpaceNeedle to the underground tour, the Museum of Pop Culture and the massive Museum of Flight, it was time to say goodbye to this vibrant city. I was amazed by the hills, the waterfront, the unique streets. I left with a deeper appreciation for its energy, history, and charm. It was time to head home to Toronto. But there was one more mode of transportation we hadn't tried yet. We took the Amtrak Cascades from Seattle to Vancouver first. The 4-hour journey wasn't just a ride, it was an experience.
And you put that seat check above your seat.
1, 2, 3.
On board, the train offered comfortable reclining seats, power outlets, free Wi-Fi, and a cafe car serving snacks, sandwiches, sweets, coffee, and other beverages. As we traveled through the Pacific Northwest, the landscape were nothing short of breathtaking. The route offered views of lush forests, serene lakes, and charming small towns, making the trip feel like a moving postcard. It was the perfect way to reflect on our travels and savor the beauty of the region before returning home. After our scenic train ride back to Vancouver, it was finally time to board our flight home to Toronto. Sitting on a plane, I couldn't help but reflect on everything we had seen and experienced. It was an unforgettable journey, filled with breathtaking views, laughter, new discoveries, and memories I'll cherish forever. If you enjoyed coming along on this adventure, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more travel stories. See you in the next one.